YouTube, what's going on? My name is Argon. Welcome back to some Fortnite action. Today I've got some gameplay for you. What we want to talk about today though is the building, the updates to the building, and whether or not something broke in the midst of everything. There's been some rumors, and I don't know about you, but I've totally noticed this. When you're in the middle of a game, it seems like you're always running out of materials, and it just doesn't make sense. Why? So some of us have started talking on the side and wondering, did they nerf the building? Did they nerf not even the building, the harvesting? I don't know if you guys ever call it harvesting, but basically when you use your pickaxe to go get material, breaking down trees, breaking down buildings, whatever. Did they nerf something? Because it just seems like I never have material anymore, right? So I thought I need to test this. Of course, I don't want to just assume something. So I grabbed some footage that I had from pre-patch. Now we're talking about the update to 3.0. That's when they added the turbo building and made all the turbo, the building adjustments. I do have a video on how all that works, so make sure you guys check that out. Should be a card popping up on your screen right now, so you can make sure you see that. However, I was curious, hey, if I bang a tree now, am I getting less wood out of it than I did before? That was my number one concern. So I grabbed some footage that I had from before the patch, went ahead and went back to Salty Springs, tried to go and kill all the same trees and see what kind of wood I could get and see what I could find. The results were a little surprising, I'm not gonna lie. I was totally convinced that there was a nerf to the material building, and what I even noticed in game when I would play, I would say, man, this just seems like that tree should give me a lot more wood than it does. But the fact is, there was no nerf. However, it's a little bit suspicious because one or two trees in particular do give you less wood for some weird reason. Everything else is the same. So what I found was these little like Christmas tree looking things. I'll put a picture up for you so you can see which one specifically. That one, for some reason, before the patch, used to give you 26 wood when you would break it. Now it gives you 9 wood, 10 wood, 11 wood, depending on how close you are at hitting the circle. That's a pretty drastic reduction by about, it's like a third of what it used to be or half of what it used to be. So it's a big reduction. However, every other tree I tried testing, they all were about the same. Now there's always going to be a difference because whether or not you hit those little circles all correctly is going to determine how much wood you get out of it. So by the way, also a little tip, if you guys don't know, when you are hitting the wood, hitting those trees, that sounded pretty bad, hitting material, trying to get material out of it, you'll see that little circle pop up. Aim for that circle, guys, and it's going to move around, and as you hit it, you're going to maximize the amount of material you get out of that specific object. Also, cool little fun fact, every time you hit it, you'll hear a tone, and that tone changes. It's kind of like a mini song. It's a boom 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 boom. I don't know, it just tells you you're hitting them. It's kind of cool. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I always struggle because I'm trying to hit the circle and look around me at the same time, so make sure I'm not getting to get sniped or something like that. Doesn't matter. Like I said, the trees themselves will vary every single time by a little bit, by a small margin, not too much. I don't know yet what the difference is between hitting the circles and completely missing the circles. I could try testing that. Also, let me know in the comment section if you're curious about that, or you're just like, dude, this is way too much information, I just want to play. But if you are out there and you are trying to get wood, avoid these oak trees for whatever reason. Actually, I don't think they're oak trees. Call them Christmas trees without lights. For whatever reason, they're giving out less wood. Get all the other trees. Those are fine. The fences, the couches, the bed stuff, bookcases, walls, everything else seems to be fine. I tested rocks. Those seem to be fine. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but it still had me wondering, why are we always low on material? And is this something that they need to do about it? And quite simply, the reason is we just build faster now. We build more. The turbo building allows you to place walls so fast. If you ever shoot at somebody, it used to be they would throw up a wall or 2 or 3 maybe. Now, if you don't know, every time you throw up a structure, that's 10 material of whatever you're building with. So a wall is 10 wood, stairs are 10. It's all 10, right? But if you used to throw down 3 or 4 walls, that's 40 wood. If you had 500 wood, that's not a big deal, right? You can go get that from a tree next to you. However, now you spam walls like crazy. You shoot at somebody, next thing you know, they've got 10 walls up. That's 100 wood. And if you get into an epic kind of build battle with somebody, you can easily lose 400 wood, 400, 500, whatever it may be. That's a lot. And if someone is spamming you, especially with like a minigun, or they're just spamming you and shooting your walls and you have to keep putting them up and up and up, you're going to go through material really quick. Now, it's really hard to get up to 500 wood as soon as you land. Like, that's generally how we play, right? You land, you try and collect as much material as possible, and then throughout the match, you're getting material off your downed opponents. Now, if people are building a lot, let's say you make it and somebody's already used 300-400 wood, they only have 200 wood left, that's all the material they got, you kill them, or they have, this is actually what's really happening, they have a bunch of materials, you guys get into a fight, especially in duos or squads, they burn through a lot of material, especially if you're pushing them and they're fighting and they're trying to get away. They're going to burn through so much material. And then by the time you actually down them, they don't have much left. So your ability to restock gets reduced significantly. I think there needs to be a buff to the amount of material you're getting from trees and stuff for early round. You need to be able to get to 700 material no problem right off the bat, because you're going to go through it quick, from building ramps to get to obscure places, or just having to let's not forget, when you do get into these fights that end up keeping you in the storm, you got to rush and get out quick. So that means you're gonna have to drop down mountains, you got to use your fall ledges. In general, as a player base, we're using way more materials than we used to. This has to change. Something has to be updated about this. Not only do we need to have more wood and stuff out of the trees and whatever materials we're getting, we also need to have increased limits on, during squads matches, for example, we should be able to carry 2,000 of each material, because you use it. You simply just use it. Go back and watch your gameplays of any matches that you've been in of squads and look how fast you go through materials. And I'm sorry, this is a game about building, and having to worry about running out of material when you have max material should not be something you worry about. If you have 100, yeah, you should worry about running out. That's fair. But I don't want to have to get into one fight where I had max material going in and then have nothing coming out. Like, that doesn't make any sense. When you down an enemy, you should get all their stock. Like, you don't ever run out of weapons. If you go through a match with 8 kills, you never have to worry about ammo. You never have to worry about good guns. Like, you have it. When it comes to weaponry and ammo, it depends on two things. A, when you land, what you get out of the RNG crate system, right? And B, how many kills you get. If you get a lot of kills, you're going to get a lot of loot. If you don't get a lot of kills, you're not going to get a lot of loot. Simply that. But with material, it's totally opposite. It's random. If the only thing you control is on your drop. When you drop, how much did you farm for? After that, if you kill somebody, they can have nothing or they can have a ton. Like, it is what it is. So something's got to be updated about this, because building's the most important thing, and it's something that I enjoy doing, definitely. I don't want to have to worry about no material. I don't want to be in a final circle with 150 wood and 200 metal and 100 brick. Like, especially me, somebody who definitely goes off and tries to make sure I have enough material. There's other people that just don't care. I understand that. That's fine. But me, I make sure I want to be able to build. I want to have a lot of material. So when I find material, I use it, but I don't want to have to run out, especially near the end of the circle. Imagine you got 12 kills and you only have 35 AR rounds at the end of a match. That wouldn't make any sense, right? Also makes it harder for you to win. But either way, point of this story is, guys, there isn't really a nerf to the building, to the farming, other than this Christmas tree for some reason. I don't know why that one got nerfed, but it did. So it's really more of a result of everyone's playstyle than anything else, and the way that we collect material over time. So the moral of the story is, until they buff something or change something, make sure you're constantly farming. Keep an eye on your materials. Be aware that you are using more materials in your fights than you were used to before, just by becoming a better player. So keep that in mind, guys. There was no nerf, unfortunately. Can't blame it on that. We're just better at playing the game. So GG's to everybody. So anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy this short little video. Even if it's a test, sometimes the tests don't always prove something crazy going on. Sometimes we're just verifying that everything is all normal. So make sure you guys, so hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. If you haven't yet and you're new here, please make sure you subscribe. If you're not following me on social media, all those links are down in the description below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon, and may you never die to a bush. Peace. Alright guys, I'm back. I wanted to make a quick comment about this video that you guys are watching. This is a little quick 20 IQ play that I want to show you guys. Basically what happens is we beat this guy down, we killed his teammate, and then he barricaded himself underneath this ramp. And I'm rushing because I'm trying to get him killed, and I'm trying to get Native to help me out. So I got my RPG out. I'm like, dude, shoot his wall down, shoot his wall down. He's not shooting it down. And you can see him even start pickaxing it. So at this point I got shot from behind. I'm like, dude, I gotta rush this. Pull out my gun to try and break the wall down and RPG it, and he gets the wall up in time. I end up blasting myself. Now I'm caught in the storm. This is just a bad play. Now, the next storm that hits when the circle closes is going to do 5 damage, so I'm dead anyway. So this is a really bad play, guys. And we ended up winning. I was on a really good game, and I was really upset that I went and died for something stupid like this. So I ended up cutting the recording early. We did clutch the win, or I should say native clutch the win. The team that was left was not very good, but either way, make sure you guys, if you made it this far in the video, write in the comments section, native let you die. That way I know you made it to the end, and thanks for watching.